Baseball's diversity numbers are in, fresh off the statistical grill. And while the 6% of black MLB players isn't a number that will evoke much excitement, in fact, it's down a percentage point from the past 2 seasons where we look to be starting an upswing towards 10%, I'm still pushing back against the party poopers who don't see the progress that is being made through MLB's diversity efforts and by the 57 black players who started the season on MLB rosters.
What's good, baby bros, bro bombers, and bro show ballers? This is the Gambler with the pushback on MLBBro.com.
An interesting note is that 27 of those 57 black players started on opening day, almost 50%, which means that bros don't get picked up to be the 26th or 40th man on the roster. They're either starter material or they don't really get brought up. Let's look at the overall numbers for some perspective. Overall diversity in MLB is at 39.5%. There's 6% black players, 57 of them. 29.6% of the players are Latino, 281 players in total. Asians are on the rise. 32 players in MLB right now, comprising 3.4%, are Asian. Then you have Hawaiian Pacific Islanders. There's 3 in MLB. They make up 0.32%. And Native Americans make up 0.21%. There are 2 Native American players. And then, of course, the predominant race are white players at 60.5%, and they make up 574 of the major league players. Overall, again, there were 57 black players on opening day rosters, which is only a slight decrease of 2 from 2023. There are 10 teams with 3 or more black players, so shouts to them. You have the Yankees, who have 5. The Miami Marlins have 5 black players as well. The Washington Nationals have 4 black players, as do the St. Louis Cardinals, the Pittsburgh Pirates, Baltimore Orioles, Cincinnati Reds, and Milwaukee Brewers have 3, as do the Minnesota Twins. And oh yeah, the Cleveland Guardians have 4 bros as well. There's also 27 additional black players on the 40-man rosters who are currently in the minor leagues or have already been called up. And on a positive front, 2 black players that have been called up from the non-40-man rosters, Austin Martin of Minnesota and rising third baseman Trey Lincecum of the Washington Nationals, who had a great first week in the major leagues. Keeping with the positive numbers, on the spring breakout rosters, 9.5% of those players were black, while 46% of the rosters overall were diverse. 30 of the 74 black players on spring breakout rosters were alumni of MLB's development programs. So these are players who will be up in the major leagues pretty soon. Of course, as we have been discussing, the magic is in the draft. Black players can't join the bigs if they don't get drafted. And naturally, teams won't hit on every MLB bro they choose, same as any other race of player. But recently in the draft, black players have represented a high percentage of top selections, especially in the past 3 years. 12 of the top 100 players in 2021 were bros. 13 of the top 100 players in 2022. And then last year, 2023, 10 of the top 50 players were bros. So you see a steady rise in the talent level and the chances teams are taking with drafting bros high. And then you look at the college level. Overall, more than 635 MLB developed programs alumni have played college baseball. Approximately 90% of this group is black. That's 570 players. So MLB's diversity programs are working. So more black players are playing in college, more are getting drafted than in the previous decade, more young black kids are playing at the grassroots levels. They just haven't made it to the show yet. Let's also not forget that the 3% of Asian players has to be an all-time high. And Hispanics continue to rise with 5 times as many Hispanic players than black players in the show. So that hurts the numbers. Good thing though, the game is not going anywhere and black players are getting a chance to show what they can do. Many are succeeding. Look at my man Mookie Betts. Look at the young players that's coming up like Jordan Walker. Ask anyone with knowledge of black baseball and they will tell you the parks are filled, the fathers are active, and the future is bright. Baseball is still a game for everybody. And Hank Aaron set a standard that any black kid who wants can try to reach. Not just in the game of baseball, but in the game of life. The pushback.
For more, right now, go to MLBBro.com.